Look at that Redbird over there. Wow, what a gorgeous bird.
What bird?
That one over there.
I don't see no bird.
Well, open your eyes
Why?
so you can see the bird.
What bird?
That one over there.
I don't see no bird.
Well, open your... forget it. Jeez. Come on. Ben's late today.
Yeah, it's his day to bring the snack. He probably stopped off somewhere to buy something.
Yeah, you're right. He's usually the first one here.
How would you know? You're always last.
Well, there you go. That just proves what I'm saying. Ben's almost always first.
But you're not here. How do you know I'm not here first most of the time?
Are you?
Of course not. Ben is.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah, but how do you know?
How do I know what?
How do you know Ben's here first most of the time?
You just told me, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, but never mind. You're hopeless, you know that?
Yeah, I know. My wife tells me every 5 minutes. Hey, now that your eyes are open, you can look at the bird.
What bird?
That one, over there. Oh, crap. Now it's gone.
What is?
The bird.
What bird?
The bird that was over there.
Hey, for Christ's sake, there ain't no bird there. There ain't no bird here anyway. What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with me? What's the matter with you?
Nothing's the matter with me.
Well, nothing's the matter with me either.
Well, good. That's good. We're both perfect, and that's good to know.
Yeah. Good. Jeez. Where the hell's Ben?
We talked about that already. Don't you remember? He's getting the snack. You forgot that already?
No. I knew that. I meant, why isn't he here already?
Because he's getting the snack.
I know that.
Well, then why did you? You know what? Forget it.
Good idea. You know, I think I'll take a little walk. Maybe Ben will be here when I get back.
Where are you going?
See if I can find that bird.
What bird?
The Redbird that was in that tree over there.
Eddie, for Christ's sake, there ain't no bird there.
Wilbur, do me a favor, will you?
What?
Well, just close your eyes and wait for Ben to get here, okay?
Why should I close my eyes?
All right, leave them open.
Of course I'll leave them open. Why would I close my eyes?
No reason. Don't close them.
I won't.
Good.
Good.
Good. I think I'll take a little walk.
Why are you taking a walk?
To see if I can... no reason. I think I'm just going to take a little walk. Tell Ben I'll be back soon.
Ben's not here yet.
I know that. Look, I'll be back in a minute.
Hello, Wilbur. Eddie's not here yet.
Yeah, he's here. He's taking a walk.
Taking a walk? Why is he taking a walk? He walked all the way here already.
I don't know. He's losing his marbles, you know.
Why do you say that?
Well, for starters, he's imagining things.
Like what?
Birds.
Birds? What birds?
Exactly.
Exactly what?
Exactly what you said. What birds? There ain't no birds here nowhere, but Eddie swore there was birds.
Kidding.
No, he was seeing a redbird over there somewhere, and he wanted me to look, so I looked, but there wasn't nobody there.
So what'd you say?
I said, Eddie, there ain't nobody there.
And what did Eddie say?
Well, he looked kind of confused for a second, then he said it must have flown away or something. I don't know. Now he's going looking for that imaginary bird.
Yeah, well, you know, Eddie's head's always been a little in the clouds.
Oh, you're telling me. Mr. Rose-colored glasses he's always been. You know, people are basically good and all of that crap.
Yeah, you've always been exactly the opposite. You're just as bad as he is, you know, only in the other direction.
What are you talking about?
In your opinion, people are crap. All people are crap.
Well, they are. I mean, I'm just facing facts, that's all. People are the pits. People are miserable. People are the reason for most of the unhappiness in the world.
Even you.
Especially me. Like I said, I face facts. What you bring to eat?
Potato chips.
Potato chips? Are you nuts?
What's wrong with potato chips?
What's wrong with potato chips? Everything's wrong with potato chips. They're loaded with fat, you know.
What are you talking about? It's just potatoes. There's nothing wrong with potatoes. Half the world lives on potatoes. You're Irish, for Christ's sake. You're practically made out of potatoes.
Yeah. Boiled potatoes, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, not potato chips. Potato chips are just oil with a little bit of potato mixed in.
Now you're nuts. Not so bad.
Yeah, you think so? You ever drop a potato chip and step on it by mistake? You can polish the whole floor from that one greasy spot there.
Since when are you so health conscious?
Yeah, since my heart attack.
You didn't have a heart attack.
I had a heart attack.
You had a little arrhythmia. The doctor told you to cut down on coffee. You did. You've been fine ever since, right?
No, I'm not fine. You're never fine again after a heart attack. I have to be very careful what I do. I have to be careful what I eat. I have to be careful about everything.
Yeah. So that explains the baby carrots you brought yesterday.
Carrots are good for you.
Yeah, maybe so. They're a lousy snack.
You don't like carrots?
I like carrots okay now and then. I just don't want to sit in a park for an hour eating raw carrots.
Well, it's better than committing slow suicide eating potato chips.
What do you mean suicide?
You know what I mean.
All right. Maybe in the long run, potato chips aren't exactly good for you. But they, once in a while, they're tasty. I enjoy them, okay?
Okay. Your funeral.
Would you stop with the funeral business already? Okay. The potato chips are going to kill me. In the meantime, though, I'm going to enjoy them, all right?
All right, sure, that's fine. Tomorrow I'll bring you a syringe with a heroin overdose. It'll kill you, but in the meantime, you'll really enjoy it.
It's a potato chip, for God's sake. It's not heroin.
Tomato.
Hey, where the hell's Eddie?
I told you already, he's looking for birds.
Yeah, I know, but how long's he going to look?
Shush, suppose until he finds them, or thinks he finds them.
You really think he's getting senile?
All I know is, all of a sudden, he's got this thing about birds. I mean, he's seeing birds everywhere. I don't know if it's Alzheimer's or what it is. I just know he's seeing birds that ain't there.
Yes. Well, I hope he's okay. If it's hitting him already, we might be next.
Yeah, not me. Ain't gonna happen to me.
You don't know that. None of us know that.
Because if it starts happening to me, I'm checking out. That's what I mean.
What do you mean checking out? Wait, you mean suicide? You mean, what, you're going to kill yourself?
Damn right. I ain't going out drooling all over myself and mumbling about dandelions or something.
Yeah, well, you might not even know.
What do you mean?
Well, people who are crazy, senile, whatever, they don't necessarily know they're crazy. See, everybody else knows, but they don't know.
How do you know? You ever been crazy?
No. No more than everybody else, anyway.
Really? You sure? Because according to you, you wouldn't know anyway.
Look, I'm not going to argue with you. Let's assume you know you're going around the bend and never coming back. So you decide to kill yourself. It's not that easy, you know?
Sure it is. It's the easiest thing in the world. It's staying alive. It's hard.
So you think suicide is easy, do you? You know, most of the people who try to kill themselves don't succeed.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
You and your statistics. You got a statistic for everything. You think nobody knows you make up half of that stuff?
You don't make stuff up. And I didn't say nothing about statistics. Statistics are numbers. I didn't say anything about any numbers.
You said most of the people. That word most is the same as a statistic. It's like saying over 50%.
Right,
That's a
never
statistic.
mind. My point is, it's easy to say you kill yourself, but it's hard to do.
Man, you should see all those birds.
What birds you talking about, Eddie?
Oh, down that way, a couple of 100 yards. Oh, man, they're all over. The people are feeding them. They're everywhere. Cardinals, blue jays, mockingbirds, and pigeons, of course. Yeah, man. Oh, birds. They are beautiful. God, birds are so beautiful. I got a feeder at home, you know. I get such pleasure out of watching those things. Man, what a kick it would be to be able to fly. Did you ever wish you were a bird?
No.
No. Why not? Wouldn't you like to be able to fly like that?
No.
No, why not?
Because I'm not a bird, Eddie. I'm a person. So are you. You do know that, don't you?
Yeah, of course I know that. That's a stupid question. Why would you ask me a question like that?
Why, you got this thing about birds all of a sudden. I'm a little worried about you sometimes, that's all.
Worried? What do you mean? Worried? How worried?
No, forget about it.
What about here, Eddie? You see any birds here?
No, not now. But there was a redbird in that tree a while back. But he flew away.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean, uh-huh?
I just mean uh-huh. Uh-huh means uh-huh. You speak English, why you ask me what it means?
I mean, why did you say it like that?
Like what? I just said uh-huh.
No, you said, uh-huh, like that.
Jeez, I don't know what to tell you, Eddie. Look, you're right, all right? The birds here everywhere. That tree over there is full of birds. Just look at it. Look at all those beautiful birds.
What birds?
And the tree over there.
You feeling all right today, Wilbur?
No, I feel like crap. I always feel like crap. I got a bad heart, remember?
Ah, what are you talking about? You're as healthy as a horse. You'll outlive the two of us.
Oh, fat chance of that. I could go any minute, you know. Any minute. The old ticket could just say, that's it, no more. And that would be that. You guys would have to call a hearse to come and get me. You better keep that number handy, in fact. Be prepared, you know, that's the Army's motto.
It's the Boy Scouts.
What?
Be prepared. It's the Boy Scout motto, not the Army.
Boy Scouts? What's a Boy Scout got to be prepared for? Rain on a merit badge or something? It's the Army that's got to be prepared. You remember Pearl Harbor, don't you?
No, I don't remember Pearl Harbor. I wasn't born yet. Neither were you.
All right, wise guy, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know, but that don't change the fact. Be prepared as the Boy Scout
All
motto,
right,
not the
whatever,
Army.
whatever. My point is, you guys ought to keep that number on you somewhere. I mean, I could drop dead any minute.
Oh, Wilbur, you'll live forever. You'll have to bury the both of us.
Yeah, after all, we both eat potato chips, so our days are numbered.
What? What's this about potato chips? I love potato chips.
Yeah, Wilbur says the potato chips will kill him. Says they're as bad as heroin.
Well, all right, I know they're not good for you, I know that, but heroin? Yeah, that might be a little exaggerated.
Says you. Look, dead from potato chips is just as dead from heroin. There ain't no difference.
Yeah, or coffee, or hamburgers, or that taxi cab that you didn't see while you were crossing over on 8th Avenue on the way over here. What's the difference? We're all gonna die of something.
But I'd just rather it be something I didn't do to myself, that's all.
Wait a minute. You're just talking about killing yourself.
Well, yeah, if I decide that I want to, but not just because of being stupid like you guys.
Why the hell would you ever want to kill yourself, for Christ's sake?
I don't know, probably I won't, but yeah, you never know.
He says he'll kill himself if he starts going senile.
Well, you might not know, you know. You know, all folks like us don't always know when they're starting to lose it.
Well, I mean, if people start telling me, then I'll know for sure.
What would they tell you? People don't tell you you're going nutso.
Well, I mean, sometimes they do. Like, say, for instance, you start seeing things that ain't there, and people would tell you that.
Seeing things? Like what things?
Birds, for instance.
Birds?
Birds.
You trying to tell me I'm seeing birds that ain't there?
No, I'm just saying, for instance, that's all.
Okay, look, let's forget about the birds already, huh? Let's get back to the suicide thing. So you say you would kill yourself if you knew you were going nuts, but nothing else, right? I mean, what about cancer, let's say? You get cancer, you know you're gonna die, and ain't gonna be no fun in the meantime, so, what then? Did you kill yourself then?
No.
Why not?
Because I already know that I'm gonna die. And I already know it ain't gonna be no fun in the meantime. I still don't want to kill myself. Not most of the time, anyway.
Not most of the time. What, you mean sometimes you do?
Absolutely.
When, for instance?
Last week, Friday,
What happened last week Friday?
my wife dragged me to the opera. I hate opera.
You wanted to kill yourself because of the opera. Get out of here.
You went at this opera.
All right, so what was so bad about this opera that made you want to kill yourself?
I don't want to talk about it.
Why not?
Because it was so bad I wanted to kill myself. Why would I want to talk about something like that?
Wilbur, I'm not crazy about the opera either. But there's nothing about it that makes me want to do myself in forever.
Like I said, you weren't there.
Okay, then you gotta tell us. You can't just tell us something was that bad and not tell us why.
Sure I can.
Just to be a pain in the ass, you mean.
Oh, you think I'm a pain in the ass? That's what you think of me? I'm just some pain in the ass to you?
No, not just some pain in the ass, brother. No, you're different from most. See, you're like a professional pain in the ass. You take pride in it. You work at it.
Do not.
No. He's right. It just comes naturally.
Very funny. You guys are a bundle of laughs, you know that? You see how I'm laughing? Jeez, my two best friends, too.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm just joking around. But, I do want to know about the opera. What's so bad? Come on, tell us.
All right, so my wife makes me put on a suit and tie and go to this opera, see? Well, the curtain goes up and these people start singing in some foreign language, German or Polish or something, so you can't understand it. But there's a summary in the program, so you know that this young guy falls in love with this young girl. Now, she's supposed to be 16 and beautiful, but in fact, she's 50 if she's a day, and she weighs about 300 pounds, so the whole young love thing is a little hard to swallow.
It's an opera. It's about the music. You're not supposed to worry about how the singers look.
Well, then why don't they just stand up there and sing, huh? Why the acting and the costumes and the scenery and all of that crap if it's only music?
Well, yeah, you're supposed to get into the story too, but you gotta suspend disbelief.
I gotta what?
Suspend disbelief. That's what it's called when you go to the theater or an opera or you watch a movie or anything. The willing suspension of disbelief. That's what you're supposed to do so you can get into the story.
You mean I'm supposed to believe that the fat old lady is a beautiful young kid? How am I going to do that? I got eyes, you know. When they see a fat old lady, they tell me that I'm looking at a fat old lady. I mean, how could I not believe my own eyes?
Yeah, you just let your imagination tell you that she's a beautiful young girl, that's all. It's easy.
Not for me, it ain't. I ain't got that much imagination.
All right, never mind. So, what happens?
All right, so the young guy who's the hero, you see, you know he's the hero because he sings tenor. It's like the old westerns where the good guys wore white hats and the bad guys wore black hats. Well, opera's the same thing, only the good guys sing tenor and the bad guys sing bass. So anyway, the fat old lady, sorry, the beautiful young girl thinks that the tenor's been killed because she finds him lying on the floor. And I guess she's nearsighted as well as old and fat because she can't see that he's still breathing. So she throws herself down across his body. Now I'm sitting in the cheap seats in the second balcony, mind you. And I can see the poor guy wince from up there. So then she sits up and sings some more, and you can see this tenor gasping for breath, but then she throws herself down on the foot butts again, and I'm thinking, how the hell is this guy going to sing with busted ribs? And I looked at my watch and see that we're only 30 minutes into this thing, and there's still 2 hours to go. And I start thinking, this would be a good time, God. Take me now.
Ah, malarkey. I thought you were serious. You didn't really want to die because of the opera.
Like I said.
I wasn't there. Yeah, I know. Hey, enough of your bullshit for one day. Face it. You don't want to die. Not now. Not ever.
Not now, you're right. Not ever? That's taken a lot for granted.
How come?
Listen, my father lived to be 90 years old. And the last 4, 5, 6 years of his life, he was crippled with arthritis, something awful. I mean, he couldn't walk, he couldn't even feed himself. He just got weaker and weaker and hurt more and more. Every day he would say something like, why am I still here? Sometimes when he woke up in the morning, he would cry when he realized he had to live to another day. So no, you're right. I don't want to die yet. But I don't want to suffer like Pop did either. That's the choice that God gives us. That God that the two of you are so high on. We can either die while we still want to live, or we can let God torture us until we're begging him for death.
God doesn't torture us, Wilbur.
No? Who did?
I don't know. Nobody. I don't know. Nobody's torturing me. What, why, you think you're being tortured?
Yeah, I do. It ain't that bad yet, but it started.
What are you talking about, Wilbur?
Tell me something, Ben. You ever notice anything hurting when you get up in the morning?
Of course. I'm an old man. Lots of things hurt.
Is it going to get any better?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, cut the crap, Ben. Is it going to get any better?
I don't know. It might. There's new medicines coming out every day.
You're whistling in the dark, Ben. Look, it's just the three of us here, nobody else listening, not your rabbi, not your wife, nobody. So tell the truth. I mean, in your heart of hearts, you know the truth. Is it going to get any better?
Probably not.
Of course not. You know it. And when we're young, pains come and go. They're temporary. So we don't mind living with them now and then. But now we're old. They come and stay. They accumulate. The next time something new starts to hurt, you can say to yourself, ah, crap, that's going to hurt for the rest of my life. All right?
Exaggerating a little maybe, but basically, yeah, you're right.
Right, Eddie?
You're making it sound a lot worse than it is.
Well, a lot worse than it is so far, you mean, right? We're old, but we're not that old yet. Ain't that what you're saying? Or do you think you'll still feel as good as you do now if you live another 10, 15 years, say?
No, of course
No,
not.
of course not, because you know as well as I do that every year from now until we die, things are going to get worse. Pain is going to get stronger and stronger while every muscle in your body, every bone or tendon or whatever gets weaker and weaker, right?
Where you going with this, Wilbur?
Nowhere. I said it already. God tortures us to death. Unless you're lucky enough to die of something like a heart attack or you're still in decent shape. Life is good. You're doing great. You're happy to be alive. Wham! You grab your chest for a few seconds and hit the floor. Dead and gone. That's the best we got to hope for. To die quick while we still want to live.
Thanks for making my day, Wilbur.
Like I said, I face facts.
What? Look, maybe some facts are better left unfaced.
What?
But look, there's a million things to think about. Some good, some bad. You think about the bad things all the time. All I'm saying, why not think about the good things instead? Life's better that way.
Life's better that way, but what way?
Thinking about the good things.
What good things?
I don't know, love, beauty, friendship, things like that.
Friendship? What friendship? There ain't no such thing as friendship.
Oh, for crying out loud. You're really in a funk today, you know that, Wilbur? There's no friendship? Why are the three of us here every day, huh? Because we're your friends.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe? We grew up together. We've known each other, 60, 70 years. We've always helped each other out when one of us needed help. That's what friendship means. Why would you say maybe?
All right. With you two guys, I would say probably. But only with the two of yous. Everybody else is a maybe.
Why are you being such a verbissiner today?
I am not a fabissiner.
Sure you are.
I am not.
Well, you're sure acting like one.
I am not a fabissiner. I have never been a fabissiner. I will never be a fabissiner. All right?
All right.
What the hell is a fabissiner?
You just said you weren't one.
Well, I'm not.
Well, if you don't know what it means, how do you know you're not one?
Because I can tell by the tone of your voice that it's something that I'm not. All right? So, what is it?
It's Yiddish.
Of course it's Yiddish. I didn't think it was Norwegian. What does it mean?
It's a person who's disappointed, disillusioned, bitter.
Well, that sure sounds like you, all right, Wilbur.
Yeah.
So, now that you know what it means, you still think you're not a fabissiner?
Maybe today I am a little bit of a fabissiner.
Today? Why today?
Indigestion.
Indigestion?
Yeah, and heartburn. Killing me. I've been this way ever since I walked over here a little while ago.
So that's why you think you got no friends? Because you got heartburn?
No, that's just why I'm saying it out loud.
Jeez. God, that indigestion must be really bad. You've always been a pessimist, but God, I've never seen you like this. Why don't you go get you some Rolaids or something?
Nah, Rolaids ain't gonna cure what ails me.
So what is ailing you then, Wilbur? Eddie's right. I've never seen you this down before. So tell me, what's gotten into you today?
I don't know. Just life. I'm sorry, guys. I'll try to put a smile on my face, all right? How's this?
Grotesque. I'm going to get you some Rolaids.
Nah, sit down. It'll take you half an hour to get over there and back. I'll stop by the drugstore on the way home.
I don't mind. There's a drugstore right over there on 5th Street. There's lots of birds out today. I like seeing the birds anyway.
You and your birds. I always known you like birds, Eddie, but, I mean, what is this all of a sudden?
Yeah, it's like you're turning into a bird or something. You haven't started eating worms, have you?
Oh, only once in a while. If I happen to find a big, fat, juicy one. Kidding, I'm kidding. I don't eat no worms. Only my wife's cooking. Sometimes I think worms might not be a bad alternative.
What are you talking about? Ethel's a good cook.
Oh, yeah, sure, when you're there. Yeah, company gets a good meal. She spends the whole day in the kitchen then. But when it's just me, yeah, I get what's in the fridge. Stuffed in the microwave, heated up a little.
Yeah, so does everybody else. That's life.
My point exactly. Life is a warmed up leftover. It tastes like crap, but it keeps us here, so we keep eating it.
So tell me something, Wilbur. Why do you want to stay alive? Feeling the way you do? Assuming you really feel that way, which I very much doubt.
You want to know the truth?
No. I would like to hear some more of your bullshit. Yeah, of course I want to know the truth.
All right, it's because of you guys.
What? Because of us? You want to stay alive because of us?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, why us, Wilbur? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, look, we come here every day, right? Unless it's raining or snowing or something. Most every day, though, hot or cold, summer, winter, and we've been doing it for, what, 10 years now?
Yeah, so?
So when I wake up in the morning, my first thought is, I'll go to the park today and see Ben and Eddie. And I feel good about that. It's the only thing I feel good about anymore. It's the only thing I look forward to. So I figure it's probably the only reason I want to stay alive. You understand?
Yeah, I do. Pretty much the same for me, now that you mention it. I never really thought of it before, but, yeah, you're right. It's pretty much the only thing I look forward to anymore.
Well, there's other things, too. Nice things now and then. But as far as every day is concerned, routine, I mean, you guys are pretty much it. Hell of a thing, huh?
Now see, that's why the whole friendship thing scares the hell out of me. Because part of me is always afraid that one day I'll show up and you guys won't be here. Or maybe you just tell me to go find some other bench because you're tired of my bullshit or whatever.
You really think that will, Bill?
Yeah, I really do. I can't help it. I mean, part of me doesn't think it's going to happen, but another part of me is always scared because so many people have just written me off when they thought I wasn't no use to them no more. And I mean, what the hell use am I to anybody now?
Geez, Will, I can't believe you're saying that. Well, we're not going anywhere. I'm not, anyway. Geez, I mean, you're all I got, too. God help me.
Wait a minute now. We all got wives, don't forget. Ethel and Marge are great gals, both of them.
Yeah.
So is Ruth, for that matter. We all got good women, even if they get on our nerves a lot of the time. Hey, we get on their nerves too. I mean, if two of us were to walk in front of a bus on the way home today, the one who's left will still have a wife.
Yeah, maybe he would.
What do you mean, maybe?
I don't know. Things happen. I mean, people die. They up and leave sometimes. Sometimes people have been married 50 years or more, like us. One day one of them just says, I don't love you no more. Grabs a suitcase and walks out the door. Like Carol Lightmeyer did to Marcus a few years ago. You remember that, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. Poor Marcus. The guy was devastated. You know, he didn't see it coming.
I see, that's my point. You're better off seeing it coming. That's the reason I'm such a verbissiner, as you say. I've been hurt so many times, and now I'm afraid I won't see something coming.
Well, geez, Wilbur, what good is life like that? In my book, it's better to enjoy life. Have what fun you can. If something bad happens, well, you cross that bridge when you have to, that's all. In the meantime, enjoy the Redbird. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. The rose-colored glasses thing.
That's your word for it. I don't think of it that way. I think of it as enjoying the good things while you can and dealing with the bad things when you have to, that's all.
Hey, you know, Eddie, that makes a lot of sense. It really does. But only if you can handle those bad things when they hit you in the face like a baseball bat while you're laughing about something else. I wish I was like you. I really do. But I'm not, and there's nothing I can do about it. That baseball bat that I didn't see coming hurts me more than 1,000 laughs are worth.
Jeez. You really do need some Rolaids.
You're telling me. Yeah, maybe I'll feel better if I eat something. Give me a potato chip.
You gonna eat it? You want me to crush it up, shoot it into a vein?
Very funny. Just give me a chip, all right?
Yeah, I'll have some too. I don't know. I ran into Seamus Beasley at the grocery yesterday. He said Mac James ain't doing so good.
Well, well, that's no surprise, you know. Mac's been in bad shape for years now. They didn't think he'd make it this long.
What's he got, anyway?
Yeah, I don't know, some kind of cancer.
No.
Colon, I think.
Prostate, Seamus said.
Oh yeah, that's right, it was prostate. Takes out a lot of older guys.
Yeah, you know, my doctor said you shouldn't worry about it too much now. Says that at our age, lots of times they don't even treat it. Says even if I got it now, I'd probably die of something else first.
Now there's a comforting thought.
Well, it is comforting. To me, anyway. One less thing to worry about. Kind of like sex. Ain't gonna worry about that no more.
Sex was a worry to you?
Well, not a worry exactly. More of a hassle sometimes. Making sure the wife is happy and all that. Kind of glad it's done with, to tell you the truth.
What do you mean done with? You said you got no lead in the pencil no more?
Nothing to write home about. Hey, you saying you and Mart still get on?
Regularly.
No kidding.
Absolutely. Christmas and Easter.
Yeah, I'll bet.
I laugh. But since I found out about Santa Claus, it's the only reason I look forward to Christmas.
So, how old were you when you found out about Santa Claus?
62.
Yeah, well, at least you got Christmas and Easter. What have I got?
Hanukkah, Yom Kippur, maybe. What do I know? Jews celebrate all kinds of things.
Nah, Jews don't celebrate. It's not in our culture. We mourn.
Malarkey. You Jews got more big family holidays than Christians do.
Yeah, but we're very careful not to enjoy them. Hey, you know all those Jewish mother jokes?
Yeah, what about them?
Yeah, we don't call them jokes. We call them family stories. You laugh. As it happens, I went to visit my mother a few days ago.
Yeah. How's she doing? Man, I haven't seen her in, it must be 10 years or more. How old is she now?
97, yeah. Yeah, doing pretty well, I guess. But, you know, she's confused. Doesn't know me half the time. Some days are better than others, you know. Anyway, the other day, I'm sitting there, I'm telling her about this and that, and she's just looking at me kind of funny. So I said, Ma, do you know me? You know what she said?
What?
She said, I don't know who you are, but I know I don't like you. Yeah, it's funny, but you know, in a way it's not so funny, you know? Yeah.
old and a little off her rocker. You can't take that to
I
heart.
know, but still, it's your mother, you know? It's kind of tough to hear her say something like that. I mean, you can't help but wonder if, maybe it's the truth. And the only thing that's wrong with her now is just that she actually comes out and says it.
Oh, that's crazy. You know your mother loved you, Ben. She was a sweetheart. I remember the way she used to feed us when we were kids. It was always fun to go to your house because we came out stuffed to the gills. You remember, Eddie?
Oh, yeah, I remember. Will was right. Your mom thought the sun rose and set on you. Your sister always complained about it, in fact.
Yeah, maybe. Well, in those days, anyway. Well, look, it's getting late. I gotta go. I promised the wife I'd take her grocery shopping this afternoon. Says she can't carry the bags by herself no more. Tell you the truth, I think she just wants the company.
Yeah, I gotta get going, too. I got a doctor's appointment at 4:30.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing serious. It's just that my left elbow hurts whenever I try to do something. Pick up a cup of coffee. Doc probably won't be able to do anything about it. But, hey, I thought I'd give him a shot anyway. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Yeah. Well, that sure don't mean what he used to, does it?
Yeah, that's for sure.
You got that right, all right. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, guys.
All right, we'll see you, Ben. Take it easy, Wilbur. Hey, hope you get to feeling better tomorrow.
What do you mean better? I'm all right.
I mean, the Harper.
Ah, yeah. I guess some Rolaids on the way home.
Well, you gonna hang around a bit? It's early yet.
Nah, a minute or two maybe, but then I'll head on home too. No fun just sitting here without you guys.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Hey, Eddie! Eddie! Your Redbird's back! Eddie! Ah, he's deaf as a post. Wow, look at that thing. That is one beautiful bird. I mean, look at that color. Man, can't see that on television. Just ain't the same. Ooh. And there he goes again. That's it. Okay, well, anybody got any questions, comments? We're happy to hear them.
It was funny. It was
Thank
great.
you. Thank you.
It really flowed. I thought it was really good.
A lot of truth.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
fun to do. We've had a good time. We've had a good time. We started it, we actually did it the first time back in June. And so we've been trying to keep these lines alive ever since then. Believe me, old heads don't retain lines as well as they once did. So, you know, these guys, God bless them, they've done a lot of work keeping all this in their heads all these months. So, yeah. We'll do it a couple more times and that's it. We've had a good time, but it's enough, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be such a purpose.
We'll do it tomorrow if you got any, well, actually, we're full tomorrow, right? Yeah,
Right,
we're
you
full.
can catch it in China Grove though.
We're gonna do it at Mount Zion UCC down in China Grove.
Oh, great.
A week from Sunday, that's December the 1st at 3 p.m. So if you know anybody that still wants to come see it, tell them, go to Mount Zion UCC. It's on South Main Street, China Grove, across from the Food Lion there. Pretty big church. Actually, my home church is the reason we're doing it there. So 3 o'clock a week from tomorrow, we'll be there. Glad everybody-
Say the name of the church again.
I'm sorry?
Say the name of the church again.
Mount Zion,
Like that.
UCC, United Church of Christ.
Well, now, what made you decide to not make it as long? I mean, did you think of the rhythm of what you were saying, or just?
Well, it's just three guys sitting on a park bench, you know. So, and there's not really a plot. So there's only so long that you can sustain that. I mean, it's just sort of this conversation, and they bring up some serious issues to deal with, which is what I wanted to do. I mean, you know me well enough to know I'm not going to do anything that's completely comic, right? So, you know, I just felt like there were some things in it that just weren't working that well, and so I thought, best just cut them. Also, the first time we did it, we
were in a time crunch.
Yeah, we had some time constraints, so I needed to get it down a little bit short. And then after we finished that, I thought about maybe putting some of the other stuff back in, but I thought, you know, I think not. I think it probably works best.
Yeah, it worked well when you made those cuts. So, yeah, there was no reason to bring it back. Yeah.
I think what it is Kurt tried to calculate, what is the very longest amount of time people would put up with this? That's pretty much it.
Or he can remember.
Yeah. Or that we can learn the lines.
Yeah, there's always the
another
news,
issue.
y'all could be reading newspapers.
Yeah.
So,
Great
Yeah, it was
content, I
wonderful.
love the
Thanks.
jokes and the seriousness
I-
of it.
thank you.
I just had the thought right before we started that maybe something almost novel these days is three people interacting without devices. You know, because I just look around and that's what we all see.
That's true.
So there's something almost retro about this.
You probably, if you go, I actually lived in Brooklyn one summer, which, and a few blocks from Prospect Park, and I went over to the park a good bit, so I haven't been there though in 40 plus years. Probably now, if you go there, you see people sitting there, they're all doing this, you know, sitting beside
They
each
wouldn't be
other.
talking to each other.
Yeah, we're losing the art of conversation.
My daughter just moved this past week to a couple of blocks from Prospect Park.
Oh,
So I
really?
thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
It was on St. Mark's Avenue, I don't know, it's, you know, up
I don't
some.
remember that either. Bob's got some coincidences.
Very interesting. When I read this play, there were so many things that jumped off the page at me. Now, Kurt knew I was from New York, but he didn't know all of these details. I was born in Brooklyn. Our family took us to Prospect Park all the time. That's where Mom and Dad took us. We lived on 8th Avenue, which is mentioned in the play. And my mom is Norwegian, and you also make a little joke about, no, I know it's not Yiddish, it's Norwegian. And my mom happens to be 95 and in a nursing home with dementia. So there was all, I thought, Jesus, he's writing this play about me or something.
But I feel compelled to say, as I said last night,
Oh.
typically Bob reads a play and thinks it's about him regardless.
Well, aren't they all? No, oh, there's one more thing. My grandmother, who we called Nana, who till the day she died had every original tooth in her mouth. And they were sharp as nails. Anyway, she was very funny. She used to curse like a truck driver, and or a sailor, or however, whatever the term is. Right? She'd tell you to go yourself all the time. But she was so funny. Every time I got a girlfriend, probably high school age, older high school, she'd say, get her on the phone, get her on the phone. And she'd tell the girl, this is in the play, she says, feed him lots of broccoli. It puts lead in his pencil. And he mentions lead in the pencil in his play too.
I heard that somewhere. Well, I didn't hear it from you, though. I don't know where I heard that. Anything else? Thank you.
How did it go last night?
Thank you.